yeah.
Time changes,
Yeah. Time changes, yeah.
It
Started
started
in a
in a
little
little
town
town
called
called
Breezeville.
Breezeville. It was a thrill as a little youngster running in the country with other boys. Building forts, catching bugs, watching mom and dad do drugs and stuff. So I kicked it with my boys. We swore that we'd always be friends. If I moved, we would all move.
It was gonna be all cool until one day
my mom decided to
start
quit doing drugs
and make a home for her baby thugs.
So we picked up and moved, and I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Rolling down the street, screaming, crying, I wasn't complying. I was only denying the facts of life.
It wasn't time, cause I felt that I wasn't finished yet. A young space cadet, I just didn't expect changes like this to happen. Mom sat me down, calmed me down, wiped my nose, told me that time changes, son, for better or worse. But the story goes on and goes on.
It's just the beginning. You know? Listen up, y'all. Time changed friends, time made men, time made us see what wasn't meant to be. Now we're enemies, unexplainable to most, but it's a ghost that we can't see. Time changes, man. Time changes, man. Time changes. Time changes. Time changes. Time changes friends. Time made men. Time made us see what wasn't meant to be. Now we're enemies
Unexplainable
to most, but it's a ghost that we can't see. Time changes. What's happening? What up? What to do? That's the show. But everybody in the city say, what up, dawg? What up? What up, dawg? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What up? What up, dawg? What's going on, y'all? All right, I was checking my audio. So, Aggie, am I loud and clear, or am I muffled, or can you guys hear me okay? What up, though? So I'm going to start it with this copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. All right. Thank you. Hmm. All right, all right. So yeah, there's the copyright disclaimer. I said it. You can't say that I didn't. It was read. It's in the chat. It's pinned. It's in the description. It is in act. It's fair use. It's allowed. You can't sue me. You can't. You can try, but it's not gonna work out for you. Okay. All right. So we got just do it now. Do it now. What up? Just do it. Salute, salute, salute. Angie or Aggie with the ranch. What up, though? How you doing? How you doing? You being real smooth, real cool and true with it? I know you are, Aggie with the wrench. I know you are. She said sounds a little low. I don't know, y'all. Might be my computer. I'm gonna have to figure it out, but I'm gonna just try to talk as loud as I can, I guess. So yeah, y'all. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Yeah. So I'm gonna start with this video, y'all. And I know she's fucking lying. I don't know what she's trying to do, Miss Worthless, but your reputation is already fried. Oh wait, hold on, y'all, too. I want to shout out to my replay gang. What up, replay gang? And my bush watchers. Make sure y'all coming in and coming out, lift that finger up real smooth, like real cool, like, and tap that thumbs up button for your girl. You know, greatly appreciated. Share the live. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It's free 99. It's all about support. We support. It's all love over here. We love to support. We love to see people grow. We love to hear people and how they feel, That's what we do over here, rocking with the 100, So yeah, Make sure you hit that thumbs up button for your girl. Excuse me. All right. Hold on. Let me. Okay, y'all. So we have worthy. Hold on. Let me see what I sound like. Cause I'm trying to see if it does this because when I share a screen. But I'm not gonna cap. I did drop my computer, so I might have messed the sound up. It sounds pretty loud to me. But all right. So y'all, um, um, Kim Worthless is blasting a Wayne County judge after an infant red rum charges were dismissed. She said, "In all my years of practice, I have never seen a judge behave like this." Worthy, shut the fuck up. This is crazy. Prosecutor Kim Worthy blasts a Wayne County judge less than 24 hours after charges were dismissed in a 9-month-old's red rum case. The homicide and child abuse charges were dismissed Monday after it was discovered that video evidence related to the case was not shared with the defense attorneys. Worthy's office says Miller tossed the charges. Yeah, y'all know why I can't read that word. Initially, whatever the fuck. Worthless. Why are you trying to deflect? You got a lot of motherfucking nerve. She's actually following the law. If they didn't provide the defense, the fucking correct evidence, how you gonna slam her? It is outrageous that the judge would blame the outcome of this case on the prosecution. What do you, they didn't get the evidence of the defense. Worthy said in a press release, "In all my years of practice, I have never seen a judge behave like this. The record will bear this out." What about your fucking record, Worthless? Ooh, she makes my ass itch, y'all. The war of words erupted Tuesday afternoon after Judge Miller dismissed the felony charges filed against Charles Evans, accused in the death of his 9-year-old daughter, Kinsley. CPS worker fired father charged in red rum of 9-month-old Kinsley Evans. Well, let me say this. I never even heard of that case, y'all. So I'm gonna have to go look it up. So it's like, what the fuck? Kim Worthy, what are you doing? There's no saving you. There's no saving you. Your corruption is crazy. Hold on a minute. Let's do this. Hold on a second. Like, there's no saving your grace. You've been in office for 30 years. Go sit the fuck down. Because all you're doing is causing nothing but broken hearts and unjust. Like, it's crazy. In the beginning, you did the damn thing. You did. But you lost focus. And you let, money, take over and greed. So, but I think it's time you sit the fuck down. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna scroll. We're not gonna play. Let's see. I typed it in to try to get the video because I didn't want to read all of this. This is all her unjust. Get the fuck up out of here, bitch. Kim Worthy announces, child involved shootings. Announces man charged in 4 red rum cases. Worthy to announce decision today in Terrence's Kellum. Um, her profile right here, Kilpatrick was one of her victims, in my opinion. She played your ass, Patrick. She got your ass. Kim Worthy announces no charges in the death of I don't want to slay his name. May he rest in peace. Wayne County prosecutor says no charges for agent. Oh, he must have been unalived by a police officer. Oh wow. Worthy defends decision in Sanford case. Charges dismissed after Detroit man wrongfully convicted in 1972. 45 years this man did. She took from his life. Prosecutor stands by the decision of the wrongful conviction. Man, Devontae Sanford. She won't even say she was wrong. Ooh, do I need to keep going? Charges dropped. And, man, Wayne County prosecutor charges 7 people. Wayne County announces charges against mom who allegedly, that would be Brandy Pierce right there. That she, this must be the case right here. I seen the baby. This is Kingsley right here. This is the case. And this happened a year ago. This happened a year ago. And, oh man, Worthy, nothing you do is going to make yourself look good. How long is it? Oh, I wish it wasn't an hour. This press conference after Sanford was freed, she was disgusting. She had not one lick of remorse. Man, look at right here. Family of Terrence files wrongful F lawsuit. I wonder if they won. Kim Worthy, sit your ass down. Wayne County prosecutor officer dismisses charges, serving a life sentence. There's so many, y'all. There's so many. And you got the nerve. You got the nerve to try to slam somebody. You need to go look in the mirror. I hope someone shares this video to you. How long has she been down with the system? Over 30 years, Aggie. Love me forever. I'm gonna need you not to speak ill on other content creators' name on my platform. I'm gonna tell you one time. I'm gonna warn you one time. Please don't ever do that again. Please don't. Aggie, delete that comment from Love Me Forever. Please do. Delete that comment. Don't ever. Don't ever. Again, even the ones that I don't like, I don't. It's again, you don't have to like somebody to respect them. Put some respect on her name. Don't ever do that shit again. Love Me Forever 3. And don't. Man, let me get this shit up out of here. Hold on. Aggie, can you do it? Because if I do it, it's going to show on the screen. And I don't want to show it on the screen. But the comment right above you, Love Me Forever, delete that. Or hide it, please. We don't do that shit over here. Nice try. Nice try. Don't do that shit. You've been warned. Next time, I'm going to go off. I promise you that. Or actually, you'll just get blocked. That's what we'll do. Man, oh man, y'all. Oh, okay, because I can still see it, but I'm on StreamYard. Okay, all right, thank you, Aggie. Sorry, I was on StreamYard. I wasn't. I can see that it's gone now. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Aggie, with the wrench. Yeah. Okay. They're trying to get me out of character. Won't happen. So, I just wanted that when I opened my computer, it popped up in my little things. I was like, I know you lying about this woman, Kim Worthless. Sit your ass down. You got a lot of nerve. I know that. So then we're gonna, switch lanes, take a little turn, and I want to talk to y'all. I've been so focused in on Detroit and Rebecca Park. May she rest in peace. That story in Cadillac or Boone, Michigan up north. I slept on that. I'm not gonna cap y'all. There was a time you seen that song that I play. That's my uncle rapping. And his mother is my grandmother. So we had to move up north for a little bit. And my mom lives in Cadillac. I know all about Cadillac. I went to Traverse City School for a little bit. So I know all about up north, y'all. And I slept on this case. And I'm kind of upset with myself, but oh well. But now I'm on it. And Cadillac and Boone. Well, Cadillac is pretty much Boone. It's Wexford County. It's real small. It's real small. So so I started twiddling my fingers to see, and lo and behold, I definitely knew somebody. Like 6 degrees separates the world, right? someone kind of close to the to the, gave me a little insight. I have slept on the case. I haven't really, um, I have not, uh, really, dove in as hard as I should have, because again, you know, um, I got a little bit of roots up there. Like, I lived up there for some years. You know what I'm saying? You know, my mama is still in Cadillac, and my mama lives in Wexford County to this day. My first deceased wife is buried in Grand Traverse County. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, let me get on this. So, this story is fucking nuts, y'all. And for Wexford County, like over there in Washtenaw County, 14, murders in a year is very, very shocking to them. So, let alone in Wexford County, in the gruesome details of the story, uh, they're blown the fuck away, which I don't blame them. Shit don't happen like that up there. Shit don't happen like that up there. Um, so, um, Aggie, block her, please. Just block her. Thank you. Or him. I don't care. Block them. Thank you, Aggie. Appreciate you. Just block them. So it's crazy because you know Rebecca was adopted, and then her bio mother did this to her, and the stepfather allegedly, right? But it's a case of everybody effing everybody in a sense, because you got the man who allegedly put the baby inside of her, Richard. I think, well, no, don't, my bad. Don't let me lie to y'all. Hold on, let me make sure. Don't let me speculate. Hold on. I think that is his name. Yeah, Richard. Okay, so Richard was allegedly the baby daddy, and he's a way older man, as well as the stepfather. He was well over her age, and it's been said. Oh, I'll just play it for y'all. Let me play the clip for y'all. This is Courtney, um, the bio mother who has been charged with her daughter, her biological daughter's unaliving, and uh, allegedly cutting the baby out her stomach and some more shit. But this is her before she was brought charges upon her on a panel on TikTok.
And what? Oh my god.
Oh, what's my bad?
And how long, like, I'm gonna ask you a question. Is there like, I don't I don't know if this is like funny or like I'm baffled, but is there some type of like throuple going on here? Like everybody sleeping with everybody, or what's the case here? Um,
This is the mom talking right now.
and they're like, I don't I don't know if this
Hold
is
on.
like funny or like I'm baffled. You a question. Is there like, I don't know if this is like funny or like I'm baffled, but is there some type of like throuple going on here? Like everybody sleeping with everybody, or
And shout out to this is True Crime with I think it's Nicole. Somebody sent this to me. I haven't checked her out yet. Again, I slept on this case, but shout out to True Crime. That's her talking right now of Nicole. Um, I don't know why it's doing this. Pissing me off. ass phone. Let me try this one. Hold on, y'all.
And I don't know if this is like funny or like I'm baffled, but is there some type of like throuple going on here? Like everybody sleeping with everybody, or what's the case here?
This is Courtney talking.
And it's like me and Rich, but that was ended. And then I found out while me and Rich had our fling, he was sleeping with both my daughters. And then he was sleeping with Paige and a few his other baby mama and all that. And he's probably sleeping with his baby mama now. Okay, I'm gonna call BS on Brad whispering on a phone call. If he wants to talk, he can. I have no issue in him speaking.
All right, that's okay. That, like, right there alone. This was before she was charged, y'all. This was before the mother was charged. She want to get up there, and she said that. So there's confusion on who, as to why, why would who the dad is, for one. We only Rebecca knows, and Rebecca's no longer with us. Um, but again, Richard was in his 40s. The stepdad was in his 40s. And what reason then? So, like, I got a little insight. Shout out to you. It is Rebecca's cousin. I know her pretty well. I used to play with them in Jennings. We always used to play at the park and stuff. So pretty ironic. So I hit her up. We talked a little bit. We had a conversation. And this is a little bit that she had told me. You know, you know, uh, so Rebecca had two other kids, right? They were taken away because due to drug use, and um it it sucks, but that's the case. So she had two other boys that she didn't have custody of. Okay. And then her bio mom, um she's worried about her 14-year-old son. But not only, you know was Rebecca taken away, she has two other kids that she got taken away as well. So why was the 14-year-old left, in his care, in her care? My bad. That's what I was wondering. um and then I asked the cousin, I said, well, why do you really think, you know they did this? And I think a lot of people are torn because they don't know. Because again, Richie was doing whatever with everybody. And then it's been said, just, Richard was arrested, but he was arrested on unrelated charges. They were running a rug compound down in Cadillac, and he was arrested for that. Then you got the sister, Kimmy, who was arrested for tampering with evidence and lying to a police officer, is let out on bond, and is hitting panels on TikTok. Then Brad Bartholomew and Courtney Bartholomew are in court blaming each other. They flipping on each other. So that right there leads me to believe, I feel like Richard didn't do this. I feel like he didn't do this. Because the way Brad and Courtney are turning on each other right now, I feel like, and again, the cousin that I talked to explained some stuff to me, and I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like they were sick, for one, and I feel like Brad might have been the dad to that baby, and maybe the bio mom was like, oh hell no, and then I don't know. But the only thing I can think of is, I feel like that Brad might have been the baby to Rebecca's baby that they cut out of her and allegedly put in a cooler and then the trash. But they can't find the body. They're hiding it. And again, we all know a case that happened in Detroit when a woman, you know, rather it be, you know, your niece or your daughter, but you find out, you know, that they're doing something with your man, you're not going to take it lightly. And you know, around this, you know, what's going on in this sick world, you know, the women are deciding to choose the nasty men over their children, even though the man's wrong. They choose. So to me, that's the only plausible thing it could be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yup. I'm about to play the clip. Yeah, hold on. Let me play it for y'all. Cause again, shout out to you know, Rebecca's cousin for giving me a little insight. I appreciate you so much. Again, we go way back. We go way back, Jack. Way back to Jennings days, man. Damn, like 20 years. Shit, I was like 10 when I was playing with them in Jennings. But I'm gonna roll the clip. This shit is really explicit and nasty, y'all. So if you got shorties around, it's your choice. But don't say I didn't warn you. All right, here we go, y'all. Buckle up again. Explicit content. Disclaimer is in use. It's fair use. It's some gruesome details and stuff in this case. So again, you've been warned.
More details tonight as the search continues in Wexford County for 22-year-old Rebecca K. Park, who was just days away from giving birth. Deputies tell us she was last seen a week ago, getting into a dark-colored vehicle outside a relative's home in Boone Township. She hasn't been seen or heard from since. Up North Live's Tony Lundy spoke to two of her loved ones as the latest.
Investigators later found Rebecca's cell phone discarded along a nearby two-track, a discovery that's only added to her family's fear.
Just keep telling myself every minute that she's gonna be found. Her and the little man are gonna be safe, okay. Having problems sleeping because for the last 2 years, every night, she's the one I was laying in bed next to.
Fowler says he knew something was wrong right away.
I tried to call her a few times because I didn't get no messages, call from her, nothing. And it's just not like her because we're together 99% of the time. When we're not, you can ask anybody, we're always on our phones messaging each other, letting us know, each other know what's going on.
Friends say Rebecca never went anywhere alone, and if something didn't feel right, she had a plan.
I know that Rebecca don't go nowhere by herself. I know that me and Rebecca and Paige have had a thing in mind for at least 6 years now, that if something was to go wrong, we have Rebecca's okay to call the cops and have them come look for her.
Now, they're pleading for anyone with information to come forward. A reward of $10,000 is now in place for information that helps bring Rebecca Park home safely. In Wexford County, Tony Lundy, Up North Live News.
If you have any information, call Wexford County Central Dispatch, or you can use the Silent Observer. We have the contact information posted on our website, upnorthlive.com.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account. When you're ready.
New information tonight as the search continues for a missing Wexford County woman who is 9 months pregnant. 22-year-old Rebecca Park hasn't been seen since November 3rd. And as deputies follow every lead, friends say they've now been cleared to help look for her. Up North Live's Tony Lundy joins us live outside the Wexford County Sheriff's Office. Tony, what new information has been provided?
Yeah, Mark, I'm outside the Wexford County Sheriff's Office, where investigators told Rebecca's friends that they've received the go-ahead to organize their own searches as long as they stay within the law. It's been more than a week since she had vanished, and tonight her loved ones are desperate for answers. Rebecca was seen Monday night getting into a dark-colored vehicle outside a home on South 21.5 Road in Boone Township. Her phone was found nearby on a 2-track road, but there's been no trace of Rebecca or her unborn baby since. Deputies say they believe Park received about $2,000 cash from family inheritance the day she vanished, money that can make it easier for her to avoid electronic tracking. Her friends, though, say she wasn't planning to leave.
Not as far as I know on housing, but I do know that her and Richie were talking about getting married, and they were trying to figure out how to get that goal achieved along with buying their own house.
Friends who have known Rebecca for years are now searching on their own, focusing on back roads and wooded areas near where she was last seen Monday.
She helped me, and it ended up sending her into labor and going to Cadillac Hospital. We called to inform everybody, and her last phone call was her mom, Courtney, and she said, don't let her get into a vehicle. I'm on my way. She got into a van with Kimmy and Courtney and left. I haven't heard from her since.
Deputies say Rebecca is not in any legal trouble. They just need to confirm she and her baby are safe. Again, anyone is allowed to keep searching as long as they don't trespass or interfere with the investigation. Any information on their whereabouts are to call the Wexford County Sheriff's Office. Live in Wexford County, Tony Lundy, Up North Live News.
We're here, and let's all come together and bring Rebecca home. You know, she deserves that. Her baby boy deserves that, and all of her friends deserve that.
The Cadillac community coming together all to help find a missing pregnant woman from Wexford County. 22-year-old Rebecca Park has been missing for nearly 2 weeks now. Dozens of volunteers are preparing the search in the area that she was last seen. And that search party is set to begin Friday morning tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the Meyer parking lot in Cadillac. Organizers say after a short meeting, volunteers will drive together to Boone Township near where Rebecca was last spotted, getting into a dark-colored vehicle. Everyone is asked to dress for the weather and bring any equipment that could help, including drones, horses, or off-road vehicles.
I have a lot of people who are also concerned citizens who want to help. She was loved by so many people, and they just want to help. They want to help find her. People who didn't know her, people who did know her, people are just very concerned at this point and want to help.
Lewis says she'll stay in close contact with law enforcement throughout the search and will update the Bring Rebecca Park Home Facebook page with any new information. And we will have a link to that posted with this story and all the latest developments on our website. Check out upnorthlive.com. A coordinated search effort took place today in Cadillac as volunteers continue looking for Rebecca K. Park, who's been missing since November 3rd. The community gathered earlier this morning to cover a large stretch of wooded land just west of town. Up North Live's Tony Lundy joins us from the Meijer in Cadillac, where the team actually first started searching today. Tony, what did searchers find out? What did they gather today?
Well, Melissa, they chose this Meijer because they felt like it was a central place for everybody to meet, and it gave plenty of room to organize for a large turnout like they had. Dozens of volunteers checked in here around 10 this morning. They had a quick little meeting, and they made their way out to go out and be a part of the search.
After gathering at Meijer, the search party caravaned to West 26 Road and South 21.5 Road, an area organizers believe needed another thorough sweep.
This is awesome. We have a great community, and it's great to see a community to come together when somebody is in trouble and needs help. So I am a mother, I'm a grandmother, and you know, when somebody needs help, I just have a big heart.
Volunteers lined up an arm's length apart, working in a tight formation to make sure no patch of ground went unchecked. Off-road vehicles and a search dog helped widen the grid, giving crews more reach through the wooded terrain. Also joining the search was the Clandestine Investigative Authority, a professional search group out of Clare County.
I noticed that Rebecca was a foster child. I myself was a foster child for 16 years, and I know what it's like to finally find a family that actually cares for you, even a group of friends, and to have that person ripped from you, it really tears at my heart. I want to bring closure to her and her family.
The Wexford County Sheriff's Office did not join the search today, but told us they have already conducted a thorough search in the areas where Rebecca was last seen. Organizers say determination, teamwork, and hope continue to drive these searches, no matter how long they take.
Leaders say that more searches may be organized depending on what the volunteers got out from today. Anyone with information about Rebecca K. Park should contact authorities immediately. Live in Wexford County, Tony Lundy, Up North Live News.
An update on the ongoing search for Rebecca Park in Wexford County. Rebecca has now been missing for more than 2 weeks. Investigators say rumors have been circulating online, and it's actually hampering their search efforts. Up North Live's Tony Lundy joins us live from the Wexford County Sheriff's Office. Tony, what are officials saying tonight?
Well, Mark, the Wexford County Sheriff's Office did release a statement today stating that the negative impact that the social media has on this case has caused them to where they're not going to be sharing information pertaining to the ongoing efforts to find Rebecca. Sheriff Trent Taylor said that due to the high number of calls coming in, that they've also set up a tip line specifically for this case. Sheriff Taylor is stressing that the tip line is...
Y'all, I gotta just say, I must fucking say, what the fuck is going on up north? This is definitely not like them. The police is not on it. They got the people out there doing more work than the police. What the fuck? It's reminding me of a story we all know very well. What in the fuck? The careless. The people on the internet. It's reminding me of our girl. Man. Justice for these women. Justice for both these babies, man. Justice for both these babies. Drop them hearts in the chat. For our girl and Rebecca. Man, this is fucking nuts. That's what I'm saying. In the fucking internet. Because I'm going to show y'all just keep watching. This shit is crazy. It's crazy work. And again, I can't believe I slept on this one, man. I slept on this one. This crazy. No, just listen, Aggie. No, she was Rebecca. She was pregnant, and her biological mother and her man, which would be Rebecca's stepdad, Brad and Courtney Bartholomew, been charged, and she's for unaliving her, and the cause of her unaliving was because they, cut the baby out of her stomach. But they're breaking it down like this is and shout out to is this 7 and 4 who we watching, or 9 and 10? It's either 7 and 4 or 9 and 10. Shout out to y'all, because this is how you motherfucking break it down. The fuck, shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? They might not hire me, you know, but local 4 might. I have better chances.
Only for actionable information regarding Rebecca Park and not a line to ask questions. Any updates will be shared only when there's a significant development. Park is still considered missing and possibly endangered after getting into a vehicle November 3rd. Searches by law enforcement and volunteers have turned up no new evidence. I tried to speak directly with the sheriff's office today, but was told that no one was available due to training. For the full press release and tip line information, visit upnorthlive.com. Live in Wexford County, Tony Lundy, Up North Live News.
And I'm gonna say this from experience, they motherfucking lying. Them police up there be so fucking bored, they will pull you over for your light bulb being out for your license plate. Get the fuck out of here talking about they were busy training. What? I know motherfucking Wexford County and Massachusetts County. From experience, I'm telling y'all. I'm about to hit my sis up and tell her to hit the link too, man. Cause I'm telling y'all, this is crazy. I can't believe I'm hearing this shit about Wexford County Police. Cause them motherfuckers love to work too much. Crazy work.
We came out, we went down, we drove down as far as we thought, we got out, we looked around. Then this white truck came up to us again, an older gentleman and a 20-year-old, some young boy came up and said that they needed help and wanted to show me a video. And we just had them take us to whatever the video that they wanted to show us.
Here, and I don't want y'all to get lost. So, one of those men is the man that you saw earlier talking about his baby mama. Listen, pay attention. This shit is crazy. Ooh-wee.
And the son, or the young boy, or the 20-year-old did not want the dad to go up, and asked if I could go up and see if it was a mask or if it was really somebody, and it was Rebecca.
And you knew at that moment that it was Rebecca?
Yes.
Monster Math presents Counting to 10. Okay, class, let's count these munchkins.
New developments tonight after the body of Rebecca Park was discovered in the Manistee National Forest.
Rebecca's fiance and sister are now behind bars as the death investigation widens. 21-year-old Kimberly Park now being held on a $750,000 bond, with the judge today calling her a flight risk.
Richard Fowler, Rebecca's fiance, is being held on $1 million bond and being called a threat to the community. The charges come just a day after a body resembling Park was discovered by searchers in the Manistee National Forest.
Everybody pay attention. See? Now listen, when we go to Richard, it's gonna say delivery of methamphetamines. $1 million bond for drugs. Unrelated charges, nothing to do with Rebecca, okay? Listen and pay attention. Ready? I rolled it back. And this is Kimberly, who's out on bond, hitting panels, fucking talking, tampering the fucking case. By golly.
Today calling her a flight risk.
Richard Fowler, Rebecca's fiance, is being held on $1 million bond and being called a threat to the community. The charges come just a day after a body resembling Park was discovered by searchers in the Manistee National Forest, with police, as we showed you last night at 5 o'clock, descending on that Boone Township property, making a series then of arrests.
Investigators telling us they can't confirm if it is in fact Park until an autopsy is performed, nor can they comment on the status of Rebecca's baby.
Yeah, we want to get right to Up North Live's Tony Lundy following the
So again, just to show that I'm not, listen, this dude is being held on $1 million bond for a 20-year sentence. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Can we get some of that action down here, please? Pretty please? Are you fucking kidding me? We've seen people, man, I'm not even gonna go there. That's what I'm trying to say. So this police shit is real fishy too, real funky. I'm going down the rabbit hole, y'all. On this one, we're going down the rabbit hole on this one. And this one is, hits to my roots a little bit. I used to hit the streets a lot up there, up north. You know what I'm saying? This close to my mom's. You know what I'm saying? My baby sister, on my dad's side lives in Cadillac. My dad's baby mama, shout out to her, lives in Cadillac, okay? I have to, I'm obligated. I have to cover this, and we're going down the rabbit hole. So, yeah, we're going to go down the rabbit hole, and we're going to find out some more shit. And y'all know how I like to do. And again, I've already ran into one person real quickly. The cousin of Rebecca. So, again, it's a real small town. So, yeah, I just want to make that PSA. We're going down the rabbit hole on this one, too. Prayers. Again, justice for these ladies. Man, oh, man, shit.
story for weeks and live tonight from the Wexford District Court with the latest on this case and reaction from Rebecca's adoptive mother.
Well, Mark, Stephanie Park was inside the courthouse that's right behind me today to see both Rebecca's own sister and her fiance face a judge and charges related to her disappearance, but neither of them faces a charge directly related to her death yet. We are told the investigation continues, so additionally, charges could come. But for now, Kimberly Park is charged with tampering with evidence, lying to police, and filing a false report. Rebecca's fiance, Richard Lee Fowler, faces 2 meth delivery charges.
See, the news can't do that. You see how I'm breaking it down for y'all? Wouldn't y'all just think what they just said, that he's in connection? What does meth have to do with this shit? Excuse my motherfucking language. Maybe, I don't know. What the fuck does F have to do with the unaliving of this girl? And then this is how people get shit fucked up. But I'm breaking it down for y'all. Like real cool, like real smooth, like, and just real true, like, you know?
And a habitual offender enhancement that could bring a life sentence. So additionally, charges could come.
Comment on the status.
Sister and her fiance.
Tony Lundy following this story for weeks and live tonight from the Wexford District Court with the latest on this case and reaction from Rebecca's adoptive mother.
Well, Mark, Stephanie Park was inside the courthouse that's right behind me today to see both Rebecca's own sister and her fiance face a judge and charges related to her disappearance, but neither of them faces a charge directly related to.
I gotta keep coming off mute. I retract my statement. 7 or 4 or 9 or 10. Tony Lundy gotta go. He's confusing the fuck out of the people. He gotta go. And y'all know I ain't that good at articulating myself, but Tony Lundy gotta go. I might be able to get in there, you know, but definitely can get in down here at Local 4, y'all. Going back on mute.
Her death yet. We are told the investigation continues, so additionally, charges could come. But for now, Kimberly Park is charged with tampering with evidence, lying to police, and filing a false report. Rebecca's fiance, Richard Lee Fowler, faces 2 meth delivery charges and a habitual offender enhancement that could bring a life sentence. The pair's arrest came after the discovery of Rebecca's body last night, bringing an end to what has been proven to be and continues a difficult time for those who knew and loved Rebecca.
Yeah, I would appreciate all the public to just, if you
Oh man, hold on. Okay, y'all. This is her adopted mother. Okay? This is the woman who adopted Rebecca and Kimberly, the sisters. This is the adopted mother, Stephanie Park. Okay? This is the adopted mother.
see me or the kids, just nod, but do not approach us.
Yeah.
I am not capable of doing that. I cannot hold it together for the kids yeah.
Investigators say that the autopsy has not yet been scheduled, and they are not commenting on the status of the baby Rebecca was believed to be carrying. Live in Wexford County, Tony Lundy, Up North Live News.
Again, to reiterate what Tony said, the Wexford County Sheriff's Office is still waiting autopsy results to positively identify the body found. And for the latest developments in this case, anytime, head to our website, upnorthlive.com. New developments tonight in the investigation into the death of 22-year-old Rebecca Park. Two more family member investigators say are linked to the case, and they were in court today.
That's right. This afternoon, Rebecca Park's biological mother and her stepfather went before a judge, Courtney and Brad Bartholomew, both arrested and booked over the weekend.
Up North Live's Tony Lundy joins us from the Wexford County Courthouse with the latest on what happened this afternoon. Tony.
Were brief but significant, as prosecutors told the judge that they still don't have key documents ready to move forward with charges against the Bartholomews.
An autopsy confirmed Rebecca Park's identity, and investigators say the baby she was days away from delivering was not with her when she was found in the Manistee National Forest. Sheriff Trent Taylor acknowledged that details remain extremely limited, urging patience as investigators work through the evidence. The night Rebecca's body was discovered, her fiancé, Richard Lee Failer, was arrested. Following that, the arrest of her sister, Kimberly Park. And this week, two new arrests, Rebecca's biological mother, Courtney Bartholomew, and her stepfather, Brad Bartholomew. But at their scheduled arraignments Monday afternoon, a request for a delay.
We will go ahead and, like Ms. Bartholomew's, we will go ahead and set it for arraignment tomorrow. The court, in the meantime, will hold Mr. Bartholomew without bond. I do find that he is both a threat and a flight risk based on what I've read in search warrants. As such, we'll reconvene tomorrow and see where we're at.
Prosecutors say the pause is necessary as investigators continue reviewing documents and executing search warrants.
If there was ever a case where there are circumstances that justify.
Look at that courtroom, y'all. Look at that fucking courtroom filled. Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at it. Look at it. That's what I'm talking about. Man, this shit is like, oh, it's hit my soul. And you know what? Guess what I'm doing? I'm taking a trip. Give me a reason. You know, the shit talkers, let me go chase this fucking case. If you're listening, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. Let me chase this one too. Fuck. Give me, man.
By a delay of any type, it's this case. This is as serious as it gets. It's as horrible as it gets. And to preserve the integrity of the case.
Courtney and Brad Bartholomew will be back in court tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. I'll be in the courtroom again, bringing the latest information as it develops. Live in Wexford County, Tony Lundy, Up North Live News.
Thanks for that, Tony. Now here's a look at the timeline that brought us to this point. Family members say they last saw Rebecca Park November 3rd getting into a car. She was reported missing the following day. November 25th, volunteers searching the Manistee National Forest.
I know you fucking lying. She was reported the next day. Oh my jeez. This is crazy. This is crazy. This has hit my heart. This one's hit my heart. This one's hit my heart, man. Holy fuck. Man, Aggie, listen. Hold on. Let's find out.
Forest discovered what they believed to be Rebecca's body. Within 24 hours of that, investigators arrested Richard Fahler, Rebecca's fiance, and Rebecca's sister, Kimberly Park. On November 26th, both were charged to be Rebecca's body. Within 24 hours of that, investigators arrested Richard Fahler, Rebecca's fiance, and Rebecca's sister.
Breaking it down. This is 7 and 4. Hire your girl, okay? This is where you fucking up. You can't do this. This is how you cause speculation. Richard was arrested for rugs, y'all. Nothing to do with this. Nothing. The sister, yes. We don't even know, actually. She was arrested for tampering with evidence. Everyone would just assume, and lying to a police officer. But we don't know. We really don't know. But with Mr. Richard, we do. You've seen it on the screen. They said it. $1 million bond. He's a habitual. Methamphetamines. Nothing to do with our girl Rebecca. If I'm full of shit, drop the shit emoji on me, okay? And I won't be mad at you. If I'm full of shit, drop the shit emoji on your girl. And I'll eat that shit. Like a G6.
Kimberly Park. On November 26th, both were charged in Rebecca's disappearance.
Then on November 29th, the autopsy confirmed the body was in fact Rebecca's and that the baby was not with her. A day later, investigators arrested Rebecca's mom, Courtney Bartholomew, about an hour after that, arresting her stepfather, Brad Bartholomew, this morning. Again, the Bartholomews are expected to be formally charged tomorrow.
Here's a hot take. If you have a message inside you that people are meant to hear, it'll never make the impact that it truly deserves until you have one thing, an audience. The best.
2 family members of Rebecca Park are now charged with her death.
And those charges giving us a glimpse of what investigators say happened to the 22-year-old and her baby.
Rebecca's biological mother.
I'm gonna say this PSA. This is gonna be this is graphic, explicit, parental advisory. Okay, this is going to be gruesome details, and it's fucked up, y'all. It's real fucked up. Don't say I didn't tell you.
And stepfather, Courtney and Bradley Bartholomew, in court today on 8 charges each.
Now, we are warning you, the details of this case are very difficult to hear. Up North Live's Tony Lundy joins us live from the Wexford County Courthouse, where the couple was charged with the murder of Rebecca and her baby. Tony, what was the atmosphere like inside that courtroom today?
Well, Melissa and Mark, the courtroom was packed with family, friends, and others from the community, all hopeful to find answers on this month-long case, but many left that.
Clap it up for fucking the family and the community for that shit. A packed ass courtroom. That's what I'm talking about. A packed ass one. I could never in my make this shit up. Ever. Crazy. Man, it's crazy. Shout out to y'all, man. Packing that fucking courtroom. For that girl and that baby boy, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to their family too, man. Y'all some motherfucking real ones.
Courtroom today, heartbroken.
The graphic details laid out by the prosecuting attorney describing what investigators say led to the death of Rebecca Park and her baby. The accused, Rebecca's biological mom, Courtney Bartholomew, and stepdad, Brad Bartholomew.
They brought Rebecca Park to their home. They forced her into a vehicle and took her into the woods where they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut her baby out of her, ultimately causing her death and the death of the baby.
The courtroom was filled with the same people who desperately searched for Rebecca after she was reported missing 1 month ago. And now, hearing the details that led to her death left many visibly distraught. the prosecutor asking the judge to leave no room for leniency.
This is as heinous and as awful a case as it could be. And I don't believe there are any circumstances in which Mr. Bartholomew should be granted any bond.
The judge did agree, ordering both Courtney and Bradley Bartholomew to continue being held without bond and are ordered to not have communication with one another from the jails. Live in Wexford County, Tony Lundy, Up North Live News.
Listen, y'all. This is my first time like watching all of it, and y'all know how I get, and I'm getting riled the fuck up. You know how I get. So if I get to, get to talking passionately, don't mind me. But listen, they were back in court today. We're about to watch. Are y'all ready? It's fucked up. And you know how your girl gets. I'm going to get to talking passionate. So again, don't mind me. Let me finish eating my food. This is fucking nuts.
We will go ahead and we'll set this over for another probable cause conference after 30 days to run with Ms. Bartholomew.
Courtney and Bradley Bartholomew, the biological mom and stepfather accused in the torture and murder of Rebecca Park and her infant, appearing in court today. Now, what played out inside the courtroom today could be called routine as the case continues through the steps of the legal process. But documents describing the crimes the Bartholomews are charged with are giving us a glimpse into some disturbing new details. The documents provided by the court after we filed a Freedom of Information Act request reveal what investigators believe are the graphic final moments of 22-year-old Rebecca Park. Our report tonight from Tony Lundy comes with a warning to our viewers because they are very difficult to hear.
Hey, I gotta say it too. Don't say I didn't warn y'all. It's gonna be graphic. Pay attention to this Courtney fucking. Pay attention to her eye. Shout out to the women inmates in motherfucking Massachusetts County for blacking her eye. I'm glad she's lucky. That's all they did. But watch, she got black eyes. That's what I'm standing on business. Like, man, that's what I'm talking about, Massachusetts County inmates. Shout out to y'all. Slap that bitch up again and some more. Fuck. That is crazy to me. You weird ass diabolical motherfuckers. What? What the fuck?
22-year-old Rebecca Park was reportedly last seen on November 3rd entering a vehicle outside her biological mother's house. She was reported missing the next day. A week later, law enforcement gave the community the green light to search the Manistee Forest, as long as it didn't disrupt their investigation. And on November 14th, volunteers began their search.
And to have that person ripped from you, it really tears at my heart. I want to bring closure to her and her family.
Ironically, we now know that Rebecca was already dead when that search was taking place. According to probable cause documents, Rebecca was killed on Monday, November 3rd. Her body was found by a volunteer searcher on Tuesday, November 25th. We learned Tuesday through probable cause documents that Courtney Bartholomew told investigators that Rebecca was conscious when she cut the baby out and that Bradley was holding a knife to her throat. She went on to say in those documents that she tried to tie off the umbilical cord the best she could and that when the baby was out, Bradley slit her throat. Investigators say it was Bradley Bartholomew who took them to the spot this all happened and told them that the baby never took a breath and he never heard the baby cry. Bradley also said he and Courtney put the baby in a GFL garbage tote at a house north of their residence. Both Courtney and Bradley Bartholomew are facing multiple charges, including torture and murder, and some are describing the crimes as evil personified. In Wexford County, Tony Lundy, Up North Live News.
Now you can see the documents on our website.
I'm fucked up. Get the fuck up out of here. Diabolical, bro. Evil is, yeah, most evil. What the fuck? Wow. Mm. Mm. I'm fucked up, y'all. That shit's fucked up. That shit real fucked up. We gotta keep listening, though. There's more. Wow.
FanDuel Casino's exclusive game Huff and Puff Money Mansion is packed with thrills, like
Look at her eye right there, that black eye. Yeah. Slap her up some more. Ladies in Orange and Missaukee County. Slap her up beside her head some more. Nah, man, you evils. Man. The biological, man. Something's going on. Like Aggie said, end times must be near. Biological. Man. What the fuck?
Kimberly Sue Park, Appearances Council.
Joanna Carey for the people.
Thank you, Your Honor. Patrick Cherry on behalf of Mrs. Park.
Thank you. And we are here for a probable cause conference. Council, I'm assuming there's no resolution.
Look at the shame, y'all. It's like she's like bugs are crawling all over her. Man, they said the shame shall, the fool shall inherit shame. That conscience is gonna eat at you for the rest of your life.
In this case,
There is no resolution, Your Honor, and we would ask, I assume it's both of us asking that this matter be reset. We still do not have discovery, and it has not been provided to the defense.
Mr. Cherry.
That's correct, Your Honor. I've never had an issue getting discovery from Ms. Carey's office before. I'm curious as to what's taking law enforcement so long to get me a recording of the interview or things like that, and certainly I'm sure Ms. Carey will get on them in the next week to do that. But because I don't have the discovery, there's nothing for us to discuss yet, so I think we have to adjourn the hearing.
I understand. The court is well aware of the complexity of this case and the number of agencies involved with the investigation. Ms. Carey, Mr. Cherry, how long do you want to adjourn the probable cause conference for?
Your Honor, if I can just get the allegations in this case, separate from the Bartholomew cases, is an interview that occurred on November 28th. If I can get that recording and the police report, that would get us started a long way towards our conversations, I think, without having to get into all of the follow-up investigation that relates to the Bartholomew's. So that shouldn't take too long, I wouldn't think.
Ms. Carey.
I'm going to ask for, I know the holidays are coming up as well, so I don't want to prolong it too long. If we set it for, I have a conflict on the 22nd or 23rd, whatever that Tuesday is. So if we could do it on a different day that week, I can check with law enforcement and see how much longer they think it's going to take to get those items and try to get it in.
Ironically, when I opened my email app to check my calendar, I have the evidence email for this case. So
it must have come in this morning.
maybe this,
So,
if we could set it out a week.
So we will reset this then for, do we have time on the 15th?
Yeah, it came in at 10:48.
Ms. Carey, we just had an assistant AG join us. Is she on this case? Or?
I believe she's on the child court matter.
so we'll keep it for the 16th. All right, we will reset this then for probable cause conference on next Tuesday, the 16th at 10:30. Obviously, we'll see where we're at that point. Anything else for the record, Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Park had a couple of bond issues that she just wanted me to clarify with the court. I think I understand them, but I want to make sure because there's a lot of misinformation. One, that her bond does not require a GPS tether. She doesn't need to go and get that taken care of. That's my understanding from the court's ruling.
That's correct.
Okay. And then two, she has a no contact order with the Bartholomew's and Mr. Thaler. That does not, so there was, I believe the court's aware there was a candlelight vigil for Rebecca last weekend. Both Ms. Park and Mr. Thaler were present, but they did not communicate with each other. They have permission to be in the vicinity, just have no actual contact with one another. Is that correct?
I will only say that no contact means no.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Carey, anything else?
No, thank you.
All right. Then we're adjourned on this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Are we ready on Courtney Bartholomew?
Y'all see, she didn't have no cuss time. No GPS tether. Man. Diabolical, dog. This is a really crazy one. Way up yonder. Damn, and that was crazy. And this one, it's crazy. I can't believe this shit. What the fuck? I can't believe I slept on this one, man.
Here's how to get high when you're not 22 anymore. Let's be real. The days of sketchy dealers and mystery are over.
This is case number 254994FY, the people of the state of Michigan versus Courtney Marie Bartholomew, Appearances Counsel.
Joanna Carey for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tracy Deinhardt here on behalf of Ms. Bartholomew, who's present and seated to my right.
Thank you. You may be seated. We are here for a probable cause conference. Before we get to that, I will note in the file there's a second amended complaint. I know we addressed this when we arraigned Ms. Bartholomew on the first amended complaint, and that is adding the phrase "and or" to the venue. I arraigned her on the first amended complaint based on the "and or," but I'll just note for the file that has, or for the record, that second amendment has now been filed with the court. As I said, we're here for a probable cause conference. Again, I'm assuming there's no resolution in this case. Am I accurate on that?
Correct. That's correct, Your Honor.
I know based on the prior case, discovery has been still in the process of being put together. Ms. Carey, any request today?
Yes, I would request that this be set out.
Any objection to that?
Your Honor, I have no objection to that. I have discussed the set out with my client. We would waive any 21 days in this case pursuant to the court rules. There are some ongoing conversations that are being had with the prosecution, and we do anticipate that prior to any preliminary examinations in this case. There will be some motions filed in anticipation of that hearing. So we would ask for this to be adjourned out for approximately 3 months.
For PCC, 3 months?
I would say 30 days for a PCC, Your Honor. Let me rephrase that. Thank you.
Any objection, Ms. Carey?
No, thank you.
All right. Then based on the stipulation, we will set this out for a new PCC after 30 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else for the record?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Ms. Carey?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you. We're adjourned on this case. Bradley Bartholomew? All right, this is the case of the People of the State of Michigan versus Bradley Allen Bartholomew, case number 254995FY. Appearances, counsel?
Joanna Carey for the people.
Harry Mihas for Bradley Bartholomew.
Nicole Smith for Bradley Bartholomew.
Thank you. You may be seated. We are here for a probable cause conference, and I see there is no resolution and discoveries pending. So, Ms. Carey, is there any request in this case?
The people would again request that this be adjourned. And frankly, I would ask that it keep it with Ms. Bartholomew's case as well.
Mr. Leon, any objection to that?
No objection, Your Honor. In addition, we've discussed the 21-day rule with our client. He understands the need for discovery. At this point, we're only aware of what's on social media. That obviously is not appropriate to proceed. And so we're waiving that with Mr. Bartholomew's permission.
All right, and I see the form is marked to waive the 21 days, so we will go ahead and we will set this over for another probable cause conference after 30 days to run with Ms. Bartholomew. Anything else for the record, counsel?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Leon?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We are adjourned on that one. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience and the media, I'm going to ask that you remain in the courtroom for a short period of time until we can get logistics moved around here.
How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Ganji. Welcome to another episode of Tier Talk. Guys, I got the Rebecca Failer. He was also maybe actually, and then he were already lost. Rebecca is pregnant. So we show that picture here. So Rebecca had been raised by the Park family. Stephanie Park is a very important figure in Rebecca's life. That is her adopted mother. Stephanie adopted Rebecca, Kimberly, and an older brother. All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of Tier Talk. I have a copy of the affidavit of Kimberly's. Courtney Bartholomew was.
Gary, use car.
Bartholomew, who's present and seated to my right.
Thank you. You may be seated. We are here for a probable cause conference. Before we get to that, I will note in the file there's a second amended complaint. I know we addressed this when we arraigned Ms. Bartholomew on the first amended complaint, and that was adding the phrase "and or" to the venue. I arraigned her on the first amended complaint based on the "and or," but I'll just note for the file that has, or for the record, that second amendment has now been filed with the court. As I said, we're here for a probable cause conference. Again, I'm assuming there's no resolution in this case. Am I accurate on that?
Correct. That's correct, Your Honor.
I know based on the prior case, discovery has been still in the process of being put together. Ms. Carey, any requests today?
Yes, I would request that this be set out.
Any objection to that?
Your Honor, I have no objection to that. I have discussed the set out with my client. We would waive any 21 days in this case pursuant to the court rules. There are some ongoing conversations that are being had with the prosecution, and we do anticipate that prior to any preliminary examinations in this case, there will be some
To move forward, we are finding wait for legal proceedings in the Rebecca Park case to move forward. We are finding answers to some of the questions viewers have been asking the most. One we've seen a lot of is, because Park's body was found on federal land, does that mean this case would be moved to federal court? Allie Baxter got those answers. She joins us now live from the Content Center. Allie.
Yeah, Mark, Michigan actually has more federal land than any of the other Midwest states. And according to the U.S. Geological Survey, that land totals more than 3.6 million acres, including the Manistee National Forest, where Park's body was discovered.
The venue of it is not necessarily where the body is found. It's ultimately where the crime was committed.
Adam Dreer has a long history as a prosecutor at the local and federal level, including time in Wayne County prosecuting homicide cases. We asked him if where Rebecca Park's body was found changes anything in the investigation.
I know you what a fucking quinky dink. What the fuck? Yeah, I have no choice. And the spirit's telling me I got another due diligence to do. Damn, how ironic. Ties to Wayne County. Well, we need you back, buddy, maybe, because they're lacking very bad over here. We need a new prosecutor. We'll take anybody at this point over worthless.
Or legal proceedings.
Sounded like the Wexford County prosecutor had evidence to suggest that the crime started at the house. And so I think that continuing action will still allow the people of the state of Michigan to prosecute this case.
1/10 of Michigan is federal land, including the Manistee National Forest where Park was found. But as Adam explains, this doesn't mean the case will be automatically prosecuted federally. Instead, it gives the federal government the option to prosecute if they want to.
There's a Supreme Court opinion that really reflects that both the state of Michigan and the federal government have the ability to prosecute any crime that's committed. But the issue really becomes resource allocation. In other words, if one sovereign, here the state of Michigan, is already going forward, already has a case, I don't necessarily think the federal government would jump in and take this over.
Adam also says the seriousness of the allegations against Brad and Courtney Bartholomew would already ensure they would face the penalty of life in prison.
You know, with Michigan already having such a severe penalty for these, I would be surprised if the federal government also tried to get in on it as well.
It's Michigan's strict penalties that Adam points to as a reason for why it's uncommon for the federal government to involve themselves in a case like this.
And I can assure you that the penalties for murder in the first degree do not provide any sort of discretion to the sentencing judge whatsoever. If a defendant is convicted of murder in the first degree, the court must impose a life without parole sentence, meaning there's no parole board. That individual will be in prison for the rest of their natural life.
Michigan was the first state to get rid of the death penalty, but some have asked if that penalty would be back on the table if by chance Courtney and Brad are convicted on the federal level as well. Adam says he doesn't think so.
Even if the federal government were to come in and prosecute this, they would still rely heavily on Michigan law in terms of the penalties associated with it.
Meaning even if Courtney and Brad are tried with federal procedures, the charges would still be grounded in Michigan law, which forbids the death penalty.
That although right now they are accused of some very horrible acts, at this point they are still accusations. And so certainly we have to allow the process to determine what happened in the right procedure.
We'll continue to follow any updates in this case as it moves forward. Live in the Content Center, Allie Baxter, back to you.
Watch me expose 3 snoring fixes that don't work. I tried these popular snoring solutions, so you don't have to. And there's only one that worked. Nose strips? Nose strips do a great job of opening up your nasal passages. But it's not your nose that's the problem. It's your throat. What about pillows? I have 3.
A pregnant woman was found dead in northern Michigan woods just days before she was due to give birth, but her baby was nowhere to be found. In a horrifying turn of events, her biological mother and her stepfather have been charged with executing a vile and blood-curdling plot, allegedly cutting her unborn baby out of her womb and leaving her for dead. 22-year-old Rebecca Park was found dead in the Manistee National Forest on November 25th, weeks after she vanished on November 3rd when she was 38 weeks pregnant. Prosecutors allege that when her body was discovered, the baby had been cut out of her as authorities began frantically searching for her unborn child. On Monday, November 1st, Rebecca Park's biological mother, 40-year-old Courtney Bartholomew, and her stepfather, 47-year-old Bradley Bartholomew, were arrested. They are now charged with planning and performing her gruesome torture and murder. At the Bartholomew's arraignment on Tuesday, Wexford County prosecutor Johanna Carey described the chilling allegations.
Ms. Bartholomew brought Rebecca to their home. They forced her into another vehicle and took her into the woods where they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut her baby out of her, ultimately causing her death and the death of the baby.
Carey went on to call the harrowing ordeal evil personified. This case involves a truly horrific homicide in which a young woman and her unborn child endured unimaginable suffering at the hands of the defendants, she also said in a statement. At the arraignment, Stacey Davis, Bradley Bartholomew's estranged sister, told 9 and 10 News that her brother and Courtney Bartholomew had previously attempted to have a baby, but struggled to conceive. The same night Park's body was discovered, authorities arrested her fiancé, 43-year-old Richard Lee Fowler, as well as her sister, 21-year-old Kimberly Park, early the next morning around 1 a.m. Fowler was arrested and charged with distributing methamphetamine, while Kimberly was arrested and charged with tampering with evidence in a criminal case, lying to a police officer during a violent criminal investigation, and filing a false report of a felony. At Kimberly's arraignment, detectives alleged that she lied to police when she claimed their stepfather had struck her sister, quote, in the head, causing a seizure and then took her body away, according to a felony complaint obtained by 9 and 10 News. While Park was still missing, her fiancé told the outlet that she was gifted roughly $2,000 from a family inheritance the day of her disappearance. He added that her phone was later found on the side of a road near her mother's home, where he claims she was last seen being picked up in a black sedan with tinted windows.
Becca told her, said, hold on, I got somebody picked me up. This is just something I got to do. I'm sorry. A black sedan car pulled up. Becca got out of the car, out of her mom's car, and got in the black sedan, and nobody's heard from her since.
Courtney and Bradley Bartholomew face identical charges, including first-degree premeditated murder, felony murder, torture in a place of confinement, conspiracy to commit torture, assault of a pregnant woman with the intention to cause miscarriage or stillbirth, unlawful imprisonment, and moving a dead body. Courtney Bartholomew was Rebecca Park's biological mother, but the slain mom was adopted and raised by Stephanie Park and her husband from the age of 1, along with her siblings. She is survived by 2 boys, ages 3 and 2, who remain in Stephanie's care. According to her fiancé, Rebecca Park was due to give birth on November 18th.
The mother and stepfather of Rebecca.
I'm going to say this. It's real weird that, you know, the mother is on the panel before she gets arrested talking about she used to have, you know, actual relations with Richie. He done did it with the sister, with Rebecca, and the mama. Man, so come on, y'all. You don't think Brad was getting none? And they were all around each other. And then they were struggling to conceive. This shit's crazy. Wow. Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
We're thrillionaires, so we know thrills. And with exciting perks like Reward Box, FanDuel Casino's Rewards Club makes any day feel like a holiday.
Calling all Thrillionaires. FanDuel Casino.
Northern Michigan community is preparing to gather this weekend to honor the life of Rebecca K. Park and her baby. Organizers say Saturday's vigil will give family, friends, and supporters a place to grieve, remember, and stand together. The candlelight vigil is set for 4 p.m. at 20.5 Boone Road, just outside Cadillac. That's where attendees are encouraged to bring candles, bubbles, or even photos to help celebrate Rebecca's life. The event follows weeks of community involvement, including civilian searches and support from people across the region. Organizers say interest has grown from neighboring towns, even out-of-state supporters who've been closely following this case. Those who can attend are asked to light a candle Saturday evening in Rebecca's memory.
So we just want to remember the good times with Rebecca, and we want to honor Becca and baby Richie. And we just want to bring family and friends together to kind of mourn her loss and just kind of remember the good times.
Lewis says the community has shown remarkable compassion throughout this case. She hopes Saturday's vigil creates a space for healing and unity as supporters gather to honor both Rebecca and her baby.
With somebody from the defender's office either yesterday.
I love that for her. They said, honorable, the community, passion. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. 5 stars to y'all, man. And then again, I want to say shout out to the person who woke this up for me, that brought it to my attention, because again, I slept on this one. This is diabolical. Man, I went to school in Missaukee County from 1st grade all the way to 8th grade, y'all. What you talking about? This is crazy work. I went to Lake City Elementary on Main Street. Or it might be Russell Street. I can't remember. Damn, I'm having a brain fart. It's either Russell Street or Main Street. I think it's off of, yeah, it's Russell Street, off of Main Street where Tasty Treats at. But again, this is crazy to me. Thank you. Shout out to you for waking this up for me. You know who you are. Shout out to you. And they are over there on TikTok doing their thing on this one, for sure. Shout out to TikTok. Shout out to y'all. Each and every single one of y'all. Y'all doing y'all thing over there on TikTok on this one. For sure, for sure. Let's wake this shit up.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account.
With somebody from the defender's office either yesterday or today?
Yes.
Individual intentionally causing this with somebody from the defender's office either yesterday or today?
Yes.
I have a complaint that alleges that on or about November 3rd, 2025, in Antioch Township and or Boone Township of Wexford County, that is alleged in count number.
We're about to watch Mr. Brad and Courtney turn on each other. Wouldn't you know, the plot thickens every time.
One, that you committed the offense of homicide, murder in the first degree, premeditated. That is a felony punishable by up to life in prison without parole and DNA to be taken upon arrest. In count number 2, it's alleged that you committed the offense of homicide, felony murder. That is a felony punishable by up to life without parole and DNA to be taken upon arrest. Both of those charges involve Rebecca Park. In count number 3, it is alleged that you committed the offense of torture. That is a felony punishable by up to life or any term of years. A consecutive sentence may be imposed under MCL 750.506 if the assault happened in a place of confinement. In count number 4, it is alleged that you committed the offense of conspiracy to commit torture. That is a felony punishable by up to life and or any term of years and a $10,000 fine. A consecutive sentence may be imposed if it happened in a place of confinement. In count number 5, it's alleged that you committed the offense of assault, pregnant individual, intentionally causing miscarriages, stillbirth. That is a felony punishable by life or any term of years. In count number 6, it is alleged that you committed the offense of conspiracy to commit assault, pregnant individual, intentionally causing miscarriage or stillbirth. That is a felony punishable by life or any term of years and or $10,000. In count number 7, it is alleged that you committed the offense of unlawful imprisonment. That is a felony punishable by up to 15 years in prison and or a fine of $20,000. In count number 8, it is alleged that you committed the offense of dead bodies removing without medical examiner permission. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year and or $500. Additionally, the prosecution has elected to charge you as a habitual fourth offender, which means that you have at least 3 prior either attempted or completed felonies in your past. That makes those felonies punishable by more than 5 years up to life offenses. Do you understand those charges and the potential penalties?
Yes.
On felony complaints, you have certain rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or write can and will be used against you. You also have the right to have an attorney present during any questioning that you consent to, and you have the right to stop answering questions at any time. You also have the right to be represented by an attorney, and if you cannot afford one will be appointed to represent you at public expense, but you may be required to repay a portion of that expense. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Today, do you plan to hire an attorney, represent yourself, or request the appointment of an attorney?
Request an appointment of an attorney.
The court will make a referral to the public defender's office for the appointment of an attorney, will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, and will set the matter for a preliminary examination. That's a hearing that's held here in the district court within 21 days. At that hearing, the prosecution will be required to prove 2 things. 1, probable cause that these crimes had occurred, and 2, probable cause that you were the person who committed the offense. If the prosecution is not able to do that, the case will be dismissed. But if they are able to do that, you'll be ordered to stand trial in circuit court. Prior to the preliminary examination, there will be a probable cause conference, which is where your attorney and the prosecutor we'll get together to see if there's a way to resolve the case. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Mr. Bartholomew, you met with somebody from the Community Corrections Department and gave them a mailing address, email, and a telephone number. Is that information all accurate?
Yes.
You also have the right to have a bond set. Your bond is based upon the probability of you appearing in future court appointments, the seriousness of the offense charged, and the threat that you pose to the public. Historically, counsel, I show in 01 there was a forgery, 02 in receiving and concealing, 200 to 1,000, 05 malicious destruction of property, 200 to 1,000, 06 driving the license suspended second, 06 driving the license suspended, 08 driving the license suspended, 10 driving the license suspended second, 10 driving the license suspended, and 11 an attempted CSC 3, 11 larceny 1,000 to 20,000. Also in 11 there was an attempted larceny in the building, and a joyride, driving the license suspended, and another driving the license suspended. In 14 there was a fail to comply with SORA requirements. 17 failed to comply with SORA requirements as a second. In 21 operating without a license. 24 failed to comply with SORA. In 97 there was a set aside for receiving and concealing $100 or less, not shown in the CCH without a local record. There is an NSF check over $100 from, I believe that's 2000. Driving the license suspended from 2000. 05, there was a driving the license suspended. 06, driving the license suspended. 11, driving the license suspended. And 21 failed to display the license. I have reviewed the praxis. The praxis scores him at a risk level 4.
I want to say shout out to this person, Jens Mess Brashaw. I don't know her, but shout out to you for doing the damn thing. You definitely probably helped this case. I must say salute to you, and I'm gonna show the people your work. Hope you don't get mad, but salute to you. But she, in my opinion, a couple people helped Wexford County because they were lacking, and she's one of them. Trying to see. Oh, maybe it's her reels. Yeah, her reels. All right, here we go. Shout out to you. Look at this shit, y'all. I'm telling you, the internet these days is something else, man. Sometimes it be real good, and sometimes, in this case, it's been real good. Shout out to you again, Jens Mess, Brashaw. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Shout out to you. You're one of many. You're one of many. Shout out to you.
Apparently, she had an envelope, and I don't know what the fuck is going on, but she gave me the envelope, and fucking my sister opened hers up. There's no check. Same goes for me. And we confronted Courtney about it hardcore, and she's like, well, that's because I knew it was all about the fucking money. And I still have the money in the check and shit. It's in cash or whatever, check or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, for one, it's not just about the money, and it's not about all money either for me. Yeah, the money would help out, but if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It's not a big deal. It's one of those things. And I told her that. And she's like, okay, well, and then she's like, well, I also realized that it wasn't about the money when I dropped stuff off at Rich's dad's house for you, which was after the dinner because I left it there, which was something for the baby. But yeah, and she wanted to take me out for shakes. Well, I told her, yeah, I'll go out for shakes, whatever. But yeah, and so that's how she figured out that it wasn't just all fucking just about money. Like I'm not trying to just make it all about money, and I really don't give a fuck. But I told her that. So today she's supposed to actually give me the actual shit, but we'll see how that goes, and which means money wise, and go out for shakes. So we'll see, dude. It's been a long day and a long night for me between Courtney and being tired as fuck. Yeah. And then when I lay down, it was so bad that I couldn't even lay down. Like I felt like I was trying to push, like involuntarily push with my stomach. And it was so bad, dude. And I couldn't stop moving around like I was antsy and everything. Yeah. I still kind of am, but not too bad as it was when I was in the vehicle. Well, shit, man. But I guess it went good and it went bad as well. So it depends on how the way you look at it and how people look at it, I guess. I'm looking at it as it went, yeah. So that's how I feel. Apparently, she had an envelope and I don't know what the fuck is going on, but she gave me the envelope and fucking my sister opened hers up. There's no check. Same goes for me. And we confronted Courtney about it hardcore. And she's like, well, that's because I knew it was all about the fucking money. And I still have the money in the check and shit. It's in cash or whatever, check or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, for one, it's not just about the money, and it's not about all money either for me. Yeah, the money would help out, but if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It's not a big deal. It's one of those things. And I told her that. And she's like, okay, well, and then she's like, well, I also realized that it wasn't about the money when I dropped stuff off at Rich's dad's house for you, which was after the dinner because I left it there, which was something for the baby. But yeah, and she wanted to take me out for shakes. Well, I told her, yeah, I'll go out for shakes, whatever. But yeah, and so that's how she figured out that it wasn't just all fucking just about money. Like I'm not trying to just make it all about money, and I really don't give a fuck. But I told her that. So today she's supposed to actually give me the actual shit, but we'll see how that goes, and which means money wise, and go out for shakes. So we'll see, dude. It's been a long day and a long night for me between Courtney and being tired as fuck. Yeah, and then when I lay down, it was so bad that I couldn't even lay down. Like I felt like I was trying to push, like involuntarily push with my stomach, and it was so bad, dude. And I couldn't stop moving around, like I was antsy and everything. Yeah. I still kind of am, but not too bad as it was when I was in the vehicle. Well, shit, man. But I guess it went good and it went bad as well. So it depends on how the way you look at it and how people look at it, I guess. I'm looking at it as it went, yeah. So that's how I feel. Apparently.
They brought Rebecca Park to their home. They forced her into a vehicle and took her into the woods where they stabbed her.
So Rebecca Park's sister and her fiance boyfriend have been released from the Wexford County Jail. They were arrested on November 26th for unrelated charges. Kimberly Park and Richard Fowler. Kimberly Park had a $750,000 bond. Richard had a $1 million bond. I don't know if they were bonded out or if the courts decided to release them. The VineLink notification says that they bonded out. That's all I got for right now. But as soon as I know more, I will let you guys know. So.
And listen, she ain't lying because Kimberly is on TikTok, y'all, blabbing away. Right, can't make this shit the fuck up. I'm buying. She's on the motherfucking internet. We're about to hear it. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. This is crazy work. Let's keep listening.
Ms. Carey, do you have any objection to that?
I do.
Mr. Hartel?
Thank you, Your Honor. I do, of course, realize and respect that these type of allegations are not required to have a bond set. However, I would ask the court to consider one. She does have strong ties to the community. She has advised me she has various medical appointments coming up that require CAT scans, other important conditions that I won't go into too much for protection for medical reasons. I believe yesterday I failed to mention that she does have a minor child that she's the primary caregiver for, I believe, a 14-year-old boy, if I recall correctly. She would like to get home to him, help take care of him and her other obligations. I again know these are very heinous allegations. I would ask the court to consider applying as many non-monetary bond conditions as possible, and perhaps even a high monetary bond. I realize she's extremely low income, and a high monetary bond would be very difficult for her to reach, but at least then it would be a possibility, because she does have friends and family in the community who might be able to pool resources.
Thank you. Ms. Carey, you don't need to go into the facts of the case again, but do you have any comment regarding the request? Ms. Carey, do you have any objection to that?
I do.
Mr. Hartel?
Thank you, Your Honor. I do, of course, realize and respect that these type of allegations are not required to have a bond set. However, I would ask the court to consider one. She does have strong ties to the community. She has advised me she has various medical appointments coming up that require CAT scans, other important conditions that I won't go into too much for protection for medical reasons. I believe yesterday I failed to mention that she does have a minor child that she's the primary caregiver for, I believe, a 14-year-old boy, if I recall correctly. She would like to get home to him, help take care of him and her other obligations. I again know these are very heinous allegations. I would ask the court to consider applying as many non-monetary bond conditions as possible, and perhaps even a high monetary bond. I realize she's extremely low income, and a high monetary bond would be very difficult for her to reach, but at least then it would be a possibility, because she does have friends and family in the community who might be able to pool resources.
Thank you. Ms. Carey, you don't need to go into the facts of the case again, but do you have any comment regarding the request? Ms. Carey, do you have any objection to that?
I do. Briefly on the bond issue, absolutely nothing has changed from yesterday to today. This, again, is as serious as it can be, and I believe the risk of flight, given these allegations, is just too high. And I would ask the court to continue the remand or holding her without bond.
The court agrees that there's been no change in circumstances. While I understand there are some health conditions and the concern for a minor child, the fact remains that Ms. Bartholomew is, I find, a flight risk and a threat to the community. So I will continue to hold her without bond.
Your Honor,
Thank you, Jill.
it's only about bond.
All right.
I am willing to work with the prosecutor also.
So I'm not going to get into
and
that.
also to have my jail sentence from this jail to my home where I would be monitored at your guys'.
That is something I have no control over. I am not most likely than not, I will not be your sentencing judge.
I just need to be able to take care of him. I'm the only one that has custody of him.
Is Bartholomew, I understand, but the fact is I've found that you are a threat and a flight risk, and I am not going to, at this point, I'm not authorizing a bond. Thank you, Jail.
Briefly on the bond issue, absolutely not.
Like, but wait a minute, didn't she, her other kids get adopted? How in the hell do you care about this one so much, Courtney? Make me sick. I gotta go on mute. Y'all know I'm over here yelling at the wall, right?
I swear to God, nobody will gaslight you more than a stranger in your comment section on social media. They will have you.
I am not on a gag order. I was just advised to stay off social media. I am not on a gag order. I was just advised to stay off social media. I am not on a gag order. I was just advised to stay off.
Then why are you on these fucking internet talking? Oh my gosh.
Angels cry. Now they're angels do what they have. I've been so the angels cry.
Then she gonna make me cry, damn it. God damn. Crazy work. Shout out to you, Jens, again. Shout out to you. Man, that's just some crazy, crazy work. Wow. Hold on, y'all. I'm not done yet. This is crazy. Just heard two dogs out there fighting. Hope I don't hear no more noise, but damn. Hold on, y'all. Oh, her sister was back in court today. Oh, wait, we seen that one. Oh shit. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. Shout out to all y'all on TikTok for doing your motherfucking thing. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all on TikTok. Man, incredible job. You know, we're about to hear Kimberly not on a gag order, but not supposed to be on any social media, but on social media. And just some crazy shit that they did pick up. Shout out to y'all on TikTok on this one. Shout out to you. I'm shouting you out. Great job. Here we go. Again, salute to each and every single one of you. Salute.
You told me she was gutted out. But she didn't tell me that the baby, like, she had no clue where the baby was. She thought the baby was still with her.
They're saying Paige just got detained and brought in.
How do we know this?
Hold on.
Where is the proof of all of this stuff? You know what I mean?
All right, I'm out of here. Got surgery in the morning. See y'all later.
Good luck. Praise to you, girl.
Thank you. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow when I'm just in recovery. If I'm not too loopy.
Press is saying it. Okay, well, we can't fucking. I can't believe. Maybe they're just bringing him in to interrogate them and see what happens. And whichever one they choose to arrest, they choose to arrest. What if they fucking don't arrest a damn person?
At this point, I feel like they're just doing polygraphs again, going over everybody that failed and redoing.
I think the only person they probably would arrest right now would be Brad, because I feel like the only person that would be logical to arrest, because they have no fucking evidence of anything, is Kimmy, because that's her fucking card next to her, even if it was planted or not. They're gonna put it. It's gonna be pinned on Kimmy that's her card, but. Per all of these messages and every single person, Kimmy has not had her wallet. Even Richard, or whatever his name is, came up on here earlier saying that she has not had her money. But let me say something. Kimmy met her mom yesterday.
At the police station.
They talked to each other at the police station. What the fuck was the communication?
The nice thing is they were at the police station. There are cameras.
Yeah, and what was the conversation? Ow! I just stabbed myself.
Wasn't Kimmy brought in for her questioning after that conversation?
After what conversation?
After
Paige
the
has been
conversation.
detained. Who said Paige has been detained? Let me see a word. Does anybody
Just to confirm, y'all, Paige is not arrested. Y'all keep her fucking name out of your fucking mouth, y'all. Knock it off. These are kids. Grow up. Yes, I'm on the phone with her. She's fucking crying. Leave her alone.
I'm telling y'all, that's why I said, where the fuck is the proof? Everybody just be saying everything, going to everybody's lives, spreading all this shit with no motherfucking receipt. You want my receipt that Kimmy's at the police station? That's all I can confirm. You told me she was gutted out. but she didn't tell me that the baby, like, she had no clue where the baby was.
They
She
just
thought the
said
baby
that-
was still with her.
Let's watch this one. Let's watch this with sound.
Yeah, this is the main 2-track right here. This is where it pinged, but not on this road. This is the main 2-track. This one comes to Courtney's house. This is the direction that the phone was coordinated. Like the exact coordinates is down this way. And this is where the pin is exactly where the phone was. This is where it pinged at. It's out in this area. This is not the main 2-track. This is off of the main 2-track that is by Courtney's.
How can Courtney mistake it for being on the main track? What do you say to that, Kimberly?
Honestly, I'm not gonna say anything to that.
So I got one big question for Kim. I'm sure you remember who I am. I was the one that your mom keeps referring to as a recovery team that was standing in the front or your guys' living room. Do you remember me?
Don't call me Kim. That makes me feel like I'm old.
I apologize for the inconvenience, but do you remember me?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Would you be willing to meet up with my team and only my team and take us to that area in that video and show us exactly where it is?
I mean, yeah.
Would you be willing to do this by yourself?
I mean, I'm only home with my boyfriend, and I usually don't go anywhere with him unless it's for our work.
Okay. Would you be willing to meet up with my team and take me out there?
Depends on when.
You name the time, preferably sooner than later.
I mean, we could do it tonight. I could, give you my cell phone number.
With everything going on right now, I don't feel comfortable taking my team out there in the middle of the night. I prefer to do that during the daytime. That way I can coordinate it with law enforcement so they know that we're going out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a private message.
Absolutely.
Bounty Hunter, didn't you find it funny, sort of like a page straight out of the book, that the seat of their beloved truck that they keep under a tarp, so much so that they wouldn't keep a can of paint in it, but now the front seat material is gone because somebody vandalized and put paint all inside of their truck. You believe that?
Do you mean the same truck that I have Rich on recording stated that picked up Rebecca the night that she disappeared?
Yes, sir.
I find that very weird, especially when I was not able to search that truck when I was on the property. Recommend you assist either law enforcement or my team, which is not affiliated with any form of law enforcement at all. We are just volunteers in this case, with locating Becca.
100% willing to cooperate.
So Kimberly definitely came in here and texted. I have proof. I'm just putting that together right now. Kimberly literally came in here and said that she said that Courtney did it. Okay.
Okay. I brought Bounty Hunter in here because I want to explain something to y'all, but I can't tell everybody everything, okay? What I'm going to say right now is yes, the cops were called. Yes, a confession was made. Yes, the police are aware. I have that person's location, and they are currently at the police station.
We've got an indication from Kimmy that family was nefarious, not specifically that Courtney did it. But we can't leave out there that Courtney did it because we don't know.
Right.
It's only fair to say that Brad is probably involved, and that may have been some of what I heard. I could sit here.
Man, I'm telling y'all, this here internet is fucking shit, man. This here internet is crazy work. Holy moly. Oh man, holy moly doly roly. Crazy work. Well, again, I'm gonna be definitely going down the rabbit hole on this one, guys. You already know your girl's going down the rabbit hole on this one. We're going down the rabbit hole, and yep, call it what you want. Chasing the case. You know, hell yeah. Justice for Rebecca Park for sure. Justice for all these babies out here, man. All these victims, especially the ones that are being unalived by, you know, their fucking parents. Wow. But I just wanted to say this too. You guys know, remember I said it before, and I'm gonna remind you because it's coming up. Either tomorrow or Thursday. You know, I'm gonna be blessing somebody. You know how I'm gonna keep my word. Like I said, I wanna be I just wanna be good to people and help my neighbor. You know, so I'll be doing that tomorrow. I'm gonna be blessing somebody. Every time I get paid, somebody gets blessed. That's how I roll. You know, that's how I'm gonna roll. Just to make the world a little bit better, better place. Maybe, just maybe. I don't even care. I'm not doing it. I'm just doing it to do it for me. Because my true blessings coming from God. You know, it's from the pure, genuine part of my heart. So either tomorrow or Thursday, someone's getting blessed. Yes, yes, yes. So, you know how I like to end it, y'all. Like every time, Winnie the Poohski, Christopher Robin. You know, you're smarter than you think. You're braver than you believe. And you're stronger than you seem. You know? So, yeah. Y'all be real smooth with it, real cool with it, and 100% true with it. You know? Until next time, it's all love, y'all. It's all love over here. Be smooth now.
Kane is in the building, nigga.
Every day we on the grind, every day we on the grind. Put it on the line, gotta hustle till you shine. Every day we on the grind, every day we on the grind. Put it on the line, gotta hustle till you shine. Gotta hustle till you shine. Gotta hustle till you shine. Every day we on the grind, every day we on the grind.
Yeah. Days one. Have breakfast. Down to the phone. Still in this bitch, yeah. Yeah, you know it's hard. You know what I'm saying? All the haters in there too. Times that I struggle, the streets are mean. No place to go, living like a fiend. Pops died around 12 or 13. Started fucking with the trees. Lost touch with reality. Family slowly fading away from me. Something so close but can't trust. Lost in my thoughts. Tick for people telling me what to do with my life. I might just wanna finish my life smoking crack. How about that? But let me flip back. Drunk and depressed, slow down, blade. Get on tracks, suicide rap, how about that? Tried so hard, moved so fast, ended up in the same place with the same shit.